Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit, and here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for the semifinal collision. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The Longhorns offense trots out there to open this game. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. This, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Quick throw to the left side, and it's complete downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. The Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy
cannot escape, and down he goes.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Tight end goes in motion. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Makes a quick grab. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. From the shotgun, drops back. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. So Florida State's offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He breaks free. The pocket breaking down. I tried to buy time, couldn't find anybody. He'll just tuck it and go down.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Looking to pass here on second down. Snags a good throw. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The Knowles lining up here on 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return begins inside the 10. And the returner is brought down. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Last drive stalled and were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Pressure is coming. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Third down after that running play. try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, the RPO gives you more options on your play. It can confuse the defense a bit as well. Here, they trust the quarterback to be able to make the right decision and get the football into the hands of the playmaker.
Defense is coming after him. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Ball carrier wrapped up, brought down. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks to the left, pass caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And the Knowles churn out another first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He makes the grab. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
But what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And Chris, I think back all the years of Texas football, going way back, and they've had some good receivers. Roy Williams comes to mind, Devin Duvernay more recently in the slot. But, man,
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, that's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looks right for a quick completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
It's exactly what we saw right there.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Handoff here from the shotgun. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. He'll hand it off. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. And that one's straight down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Texas. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Ball handed off. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. It's a quick grab. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Good enough for first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. But there, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward, and so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
This is the 6th play on the drive. They look to throw it here on second down. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Bringing pressure. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
The sack sets up second down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
So now it's third and less than a yard from the 20. Figure they got 2 plays to pick up this first down. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Will he score here? Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
The Seminoles looking to... And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab made by the tight end. But a huge collision blow delivered there by the linebacker. Longhorns will crank up the tempo. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's intercepted. Going the other way. Can they catch him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle at the 28. This offense striking down. Another 1st down. The Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the Noles are in the red zone. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. A talk strategy here.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Silva. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And he knocks it right through the uprights. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Gives it to the back. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number one for that opposing sideline.
The Longhorns will kick this away to get the second half going.
Texas.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. He's going to take off here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The tight end has got it. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw, and you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee, a quarterback that can make throws like this.
Getting set. Here's second down. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening them.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Knowles. And the beatdown continues.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught quickly. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Pass caught. Second down now. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's an out route. The catch made. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A new set of downs after that completion. Receiver makes the grab. He's found some room at the 45. That is a huge play. Finally brought down to the 46-yard line.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Play action here on first down. Catch made on the right side.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got his man wide open. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Longhorns. Just ran away from the defense. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good. It's a 31-10 game. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Texas.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. Short connection to the tight end here. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Catch made on the left side. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. The Seminoles look to keep this drive moving. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Pass hauled in near the 10. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
Well, that catch, but now we'll see if they can finish off this drive by scoring a touchdown.
The Knowles will line up here on 1st down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Lining up to try the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a 1st down.
Over the middle and incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So incomplete pass on 2nd down sets up a 3rd and inches. Can he get there on the ground? Longhorns pick up enough to get a 1st down there.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
And that one's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Florida State. And the defense adds 6 to the interception return.
Man, that is every defensive lineman's dream. Maybe he played running back in high school or Little League. He showed some tremendous athletic ability once he came up with that interception to take it into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. It's a shotgun run call. They keep feeding the running back, but he's had nowhere to go tonight. They've been dominated at the line of scrimmage. Important 2nd down play coming up. And now they run the draw play. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Knowles. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. Time for one more play here in the quarter. And now the handoff. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. We'll check out the stats so far. So let's get back to the action. 1 quarter away. What would be an impressive CFP statement? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels. They're applying more pressure, and they come up with a sack here.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this team caught way downfield for a huge gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And they get him down, but that's a solid game there to move the sticks using his feet.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick completion to the tight end. After second effort, he's brought down, but is past the marker.
Well, this is called settling down in his zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he's...
And it's picked off, threw it across his body, and paid the price. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Florida State offense on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground?
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll run it with the draw play. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield for 41.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
And looking to throw now on first down. The pass rush closing in. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down. They're going to run it here. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the out route. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Handoff from the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Third down and goal. Crucial play coming up. And the call is a quarterback sneak. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a
Touchdown, Seminoles. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He pulls it in for a big gain. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. So quickly all the way up to the 36 and his first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Caught by the receiver, wide open, and he's still going. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. A big gain, and the offense will obviously decline the penalty. First down here for this offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. The Longhorns line it up with 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Texas.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
They'll work the clock here with their running game. The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They need a couple. In the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough